Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is either the 10th or 11th war depending on how you want to parse it out. It is the second to last war of the season and we are going up against HCMA, the Magneto Alliance. And I have pretty much the coolest team ever today for Alliance War. I've got Elsa Bloodstone for the first time in the season. I feel like she always makes it to at least one war, so the streak is alive. And then 7-star Sunspot, who has been one of my top champions this entire season. And then we have Hood versus Gorr, once again, a similar node to the one we took the other day, and it's going to go pretty smoothly. And we do have to face Elsa on defense, so she's going to make an impact on offense and defense today, and we're going to finish up with that Mantis mini boss all the way up there. I was just taking a look to make sure I understood where all the 7-stars were, and obviously the Mantis is a 7-star unduped, but there is a 6-star Gorr, which is always nice because I know there are some 7-star rank 2 Gorrs kicking about the contest these days. So I am going to be starting on path 1 and taking the shared node at the end of this one. And the reason Elsa is on my team is simply for this void. There's nothing too scary about this void here. It does have masochism over time, which means that he will be regenning using a skill champion for the most part, just because you're going to be putting debuffs on him. But Elsa is able to out damage it and also basically just shut down everything in Void's kit. And I've also been very commonly in the past taking Void on nodes like Mighty Charge, where you cannot always land parries. And so I'm pretty used to stuff like parries failing and things like that. So we are going to take these two fights back to back, and there is a Magneto House of X pre-fight on the Jabari here on node 20, which is actually going to really help. I kind of underestimated this fight using Sunspot because I wasn't really considering some of the interactions that Jabari has in her kit, and having that House of X is actually very helpful. So it's the second to last war of the season. We're going to get a break after this, so that's why I'm being a little liberal with the boosts. For the Void, I am putting on simply a 12% special boost. We don't need power backs, but I do want to increase my special damage. Note that the way these special boosts work, they're more like prowess. They're not like furies. So that means like the effects don't get amplified, but the damage of the special themselves do. So I am pretty much just fighting Void like I would on any node. I missed the first parry. That wasn't necessarily on purpose, but I am doing Behemoth Busters first. And you can see that regen is very strong, and we don't have enough debuffs on him yet to really be triggering despair. But I do like to throw the special one first. It gets the cold snap cracking, which is a pretty long debuff, and it also gives us a precision. Also, anytime we're going to shrug any of his debuffs, it gives us another precision. And we want to have a lot of crits so that the Behemoth Busters end up giving a lot of red damage, as well as the crits themselves doing a lot of damage too. So we're baiting special 2s for the most part, and I'm waiting for my busters to come back so that I can end with a medium and then throw a special 2. So now we have enough debuffs on him that it should be controlling the healing a little bit better than it was before, and he's almost all the way down. We should probably just bait one more special to be safe, because I don't want to push him red. We get a perfect bait there. And yeah, even with a couple debuffs on us that landed, the direct damage was not that much because every 2.6 seconds she is going to shrug them. And we just used a Void counter who was able to out damage the regen, and it all worked great. Now on this node, she does have the tactic, and Sunspot has the attack tactic, so that should help us. We have House of X so that we can freely land our parries, and essentially it's the same thing. We just need to out damage the regen here. So we start off the way we always would, which is just kind of comboing, and throw a special 1. We had, what was it, Power Start 1 here, I think. Now she was already in the hunt, right? Because I was placing so many debuffs on her that she went into the hunt in like 4 seconds. So that's why my dexterity failed there. That was something I wasn't really thinking about, and I realized we actually had invuln on, which was good because we just got smacked there. So this, from now on, I'm not dexing, but one special 2 is not gonna quite kill her because it didn't crit. but we are pretty much going to finish her with that combo, and it wasn't that dangerous. So yeah, use the invuln just in case something like that happened. I forgot that I would send her into the hunt in no time. Obviously the drip feed placebo didn't really do anything on that node. It was more about the personal space regen and the tactic, and Sunspot was able to nuke it down fairly easily. Now, I will just say these Atumas that are hanging out on defense are a little bit of a menace now that he's been buffed. So if you do fight Atumas out there, be careful. Make sure you have a good counter. So now we're going to see Elsa on defense. She is pretty annoying with the tactic for a few reasons. First of all, she will shrug all the non-damaging debuffs, so your stun can just sort of randomly go away because she has an internal timer. So you can't really anticipate like when during the parry it will get shrugged, but if that happens, it will not only give her prowess power, but it will trigger this node, which gives her more combat power rate. And her special 2 is bad. Like, you do not want to have to deal with her special 2, but baiting just special once is going to be a little tricky here. So the goal is to just counter her heavies, and I practiced in the duels being able to throw my heavy against her heavy if I need to. That will knock her down to give us an armor for armor burn, and also save some of our flare states and our solar charges is actually the correct term. So basically I started with power start 1, and I think I'm going straight to the special 2. It does enough damage even with only 1 flare state. And the thing that happened is I kind of chickened out with countering the heavy, and I really should have done it there, because then we could have controlled things better. But her power is going up, and I'm realizing I need to throw the special 3, otherwise she's going to get to her special 3. And now 2 things. I'm hoping this is going to kill her, and if not, she's going to go red, in my head at least, and I'm just going to try to dash in and try to clip her. But what I don't realize is that the one hit of the special 3 power burns her. So instead of being red, she was at like 2.99 bars of power, and she threw the special 2 into our face. And man, if more hits crit, we would have been absolutely dead there, because I was not running the invuln. So man, that was scary, man. That was scary. And I think I'm gonna change the thumbnail to be like Elsa's revenge or something, because she turned on us hard there, guys. So I'm very lucky to be alive there. That could have easily gone south. I really underestimated how bad those prowess power gains were going to be, and man, that was a scary moment. So definitely used a bunch of potions. Thank God the season's almost over so that we can replenish that stash. And now we're going up against this Gorr. I've taken him on the next node, which also has one eye open, making it a little bit harder. This is essentially just make a stand. So it just means we have to be careful when we detonate with our heavies. So we start off, get some staggers. We're getting a ton of power. Throw a special 2. I'm going to throw another special 2 now. And throw a heavy, I think, so that we can just detonate while make a stand is on cooldown. Now, he does have 2 bars of power here, but he doesn't have a lot of shadow magic happening, so I'm pretty comfortable baiting a special 2. We're probably going to take a couple blocked hits, which can lead, as you can see, we have 1 shock on us. It's not the end of the world. We enter our phase, we throw another special 2, get back to a second special 2, so now we can throw that. I thought he was running toward me, and he wasn't, so that was a little bit of a waste of bullets. It's being very passive. The regen is very strong. Like, you have to control that regen. But now we're back to business, baiting a special 1, and it looks like I'm probably gonna have to throw another special 2 and then detonate, and that should kill him. So I'm really hoping that my 11 hexes don't disappear, so we get 1 medium in. He's friendly with that special 1. Now we throw again. It pushes us red, and I'm just hoping that this is going to kill him right here, and it does. So yeah, once again, rank 3 hood against Gorr. That was not the perfect fight by any means, but it was really a perfect counter. It just went great. And Gorr goes down. So Gorr does not scare me even with my rank 3 hood. I'm probably going to have to rank 4 hood. I say that all the time, but I've been using him enough that it would be great to have him. And now we have a rematch of this node that I took earlier in the season, which is the Stunning Reflection. It went great the last time. Sunspot is kind of made for nodes like this because he has such easy access to Incinerate. And as we always do against Mantis, we throw on the combat regen boost. And yeah, so the goal is basically special 1, special 2, and that should kill her even though she's a 7-star. So as I fought Mantis, I've gotten a little more comfortable with punishing the first hit of her heavy. You can freely parry her once you get the stunning reflection on cooldown. Now that time I wasn't confident enough to do it, but that's okay. We do have an armor, so we're controlling her power. You want to bait the special 2s. The special 1s in general are not going to be your friend. There's our first special 1. She throws the special 1, right? So that's not good. We have this encroaching sleep on us, but if we throw our special, it will grant us prowess and it will turn it off. So we're going to throw a medium into a special, and the AI is reacting so fast these days. We're sleeping. She doesn't attack us. She throws another special 2, and that combo is going to kill her. But what the heck just happened there? What the heck just happened? We mediumed into special 2, and she threw down her block so fast that she blocked our entire special 2. I do not understand how the AI is connecting their block and dexing out of specials if you're like a millisecond too slow. That used to never happen. Medium special used to always be safe. But because we didn't land it, we basically did not turn the encroaching sleep off. We fell asleep, and then she literally walked up to us and didn't hit us during the sleep, which was a godsend, because if she comboed or threw a special, we would have been dead again. So Sunspot is very lucky today because he should have died twice to these skill champions. But I guess we got bad luck when the medium special didn't connect, but then we got good luck when she didn't attack us during sleep, and everything worked out. But holy, that was scary. So we ended up not dying today, but it was probably the closest to dying I've had in a long time. But they were 5 fun fights, and this was probably my favorite team of the season because it was Elsa and Sunspot and Hood, just 3 of my all-time favorite champs now. And again, I'm recording this during the war. It's very close. We're losing 5-4 right now, but we've cleared a lot more of the map. So I'm fairly optimistic that we may be able to pull out a win here. And with the way the points are working in the season and the fact that there were some major bans for arena botting, I think some of the top 10 alliances are going to naturally fall out of the top 10 because of the bans, and also because everybody gets a bump up in rewards. There is still a small chance if we win today and on the final war of the season that we could end up in top 10 masters, which means we would actually get top 3 rewards because everyone gets a bump in rewards. If that were to happen, this would be like the biggest comeback season that we've ever had in SSX. But either way, it's feeling good that we've kind of turned things around a little bit and playing better as an alliance. And hopefully we can pull this one out. We will see. It does require a little bit of dying by the other side, and they are a very good alliance as well. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. I may be able to get out the final war of the season, but also stay tuned because we're going to start doing our top 10 videos starting next week. Those are going to be really fun, so do check those out. Hit a subscribe, a like, become a member, whatever floats your boat. I always appreciate it. So thanks for checking out the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.